mad, so to say. And at the same time, we should not throw out the baby with the bathwater. There are valuable services which need particular attention. No doubt about that. Terrestrial broadcasting is a good example. It has a special role in our democracy that can't be overlooked, and it would be absolutely nonsense to question that role. But we need, however, to reflect on the best way to deliver high quality and pluralist broadcasting to citizens, given the increasing number of platforms. The terrestrial antenna on the roof used to be the only one. Now we have satellite, cable, IPTV, on broadband networks, and even on mobile devices. Young people start watching TV via a range of platforms, including PCs. We cannot avoid debating how traditional high-power broadcasting should coexist with new platforms. I'm not looking to limit in any way the role of broadcasters or to reduce their capacity to transmit or to further develop their services. However, I'm definitely concerned that the wrong incentives could delay investments by broadcasters. And broadcasters have two advantages currently. Relatively generous spectrum allocations, you are aware of that. Second, an unprecedented increase, estimated to between 400 to 700% in what they can do with allocated spectrum, thanks to the current digitalization of TV. And in my view, this may encourage broadcasters to use spectrum without proper regard for its full social and economic cost, rather than to innovate or rationalize or make use of a mix of platforms. We might manage on that basis today, but that is no solution for tomorrow, Mr. Chair. And the reallocation of a part of the digital dividend to wireless broadband should also be seen as an opportunity for broadcasters, as in this context of media convergence, the development of wireless broadband may offer them additional chances to provide new services and to reach viewers via new platforms. And in any event, it should not be forgotten that Commission studies dating back to 2004 and again in 2009 point to billions in consumer added value if we pursue such ideas. And therefore, ladies and gentlemen, as already promised by the Commission, I'm shortly going to propose that the Commission adopt a technical harmonization measure on the 800 MHz band, one part of the digital dividend frequencies. And that will set the technical conditions to apply in any member state that, following the Commission's guidance, decides to move away from using this sub-band for broadcasting and will ensure a harmonized approach to the introduction of wireless broadband there. And that will help solving the technical problems which may arise in that context. However, we cannot avoid a serious policy discussion to consider whether it would be appropriate to mandate at EU level the opening up of the 800 MHz band by a fixed future date, while foreseeing a sufficiently long transitory period and possible derogations in duly justified cases. If we don't introduce more flexibility into the system, we will not allow the development of markets for new electronic communication services, and it is clear like crystal that we can't afford that. Furthermore, it's only possible to deliver 100% broadband coverage, and we promised that, through effective use of wireless networks, terrestrial and satellite, and they will require fair access to spectrum. That's the consequence of just a saying like that. And whatever we settle on, it should be a regime that safeguards competition. And you rightly mentioned that I pretend to have a bit of experience, that that is making sense, and that at the end of the day, that is better for the consumer and it is better for Europe. And not only safeguarding competition, but also encourages innovation. And therefore you need competition, for otherwise the parties will fall asleep. We don't want a regime that encourages monopolists or cartel behavior, nor one that slows down innovation or favors a particular technology. Having paid a large sum for access to spectrum does not imply an exemption from competition principles. No way. And this is a notion too easily adopted by an incumbent in any market or a wannabe incumbent, and it seems to have informed the massive bids for 3G spectrum at the start of the last decade. We should learn from that experience, Mr. Chair. And I pretend not to be naive. Change may have an unsettling effect on some industries. Yes, that's true. Those industries that are less prepared or less used to regular innovation. But frankly, that is life, so to say. That is what you and me myself are getting used to if you are just in that position, if you are not prepared and if you are not doing the job. I feel, and it sounds a bit emotional, but well, if you allow me to be a bit emotional,